While Kim Jenny was talking with her colleagues, the assistant entered Suk Kwan's office to report CEO The Jeonbuk Pharmaceutical Manufacturing Group seems to have recently leaked some internal information. They are not only researching and producing the specific drug H666, but are also about to launch a new drug named H696, specifically targeting malignant cancer. Last night, there were rumors that a terminal cancer patient was injected with this drug and that the cancer cells in his body had significantly shrunk, moving from the terminal stage to the middle stage. This has caused a huge stir in the medical community of Jeonbuk. It is said that even a prominent figure, an academician, is about to get involved. Suk Kwan nodded, her face clearly showing seriousness. This is very important for the charity fund and must not be taken lightly. If our charity fund can connect with the Jeonbuk Pharmaceutical Manufacturing Group and purchase this new drug at preferential price, it will be a great benefit for severely ill patients. As for halting the aid program at some hospitals, we have no other choice. We discovered that the hospital was falsifying documents to seize a large amount of aid from the charity fund. This not only represents an injustice to those who genuinely need help, but also strikes a blow to the trust we have built. The assistant agreed, but also offered an opinion. That's true. If we can buy the medication at a preferential price, we can save a lot on treatment costs. However, the decision to halt the relief program has plunged the charity into a storm of public opinion. We are being accused of embezzlement and exploiting the charity fund for personal gain. Moreover, it has even brought a bad reputation to Lim Yum Wom. Therefore, the charity must be more cautious in its future activities to avoid any mistakes. A moment later, Kim Jenny arrived at Suk Kwan's office. Are you looking for me? Suk Kwan, tense due to the decision to stop the aid, showed a slight surprise when she saw Kim Jenny walk in. Jenny, you look beautiful today. Kim Jenny humbly replied, her face shy, but her eyes sparkling with joy. Chairwoman, please don't flatter me. I can't compare to you. You are the real beauty. Suk Kwan interrupted and said seriously, all right then, let's not flatter each other anymore. I called you here to discuss work matters. After that, Suk Kwan took out an appointment paper and handed it to Kim Jenny. On the paper, bold letters spell out appointment decision, accompanied by a shiny golden circular emblem with a red ribbon in the background. Below, there is a signature recognizing and trusting in Kim Jenny's abilities. Aware of the immense responsibility she is about to take on, Kim Jenny feels emotional yet pressured. What? Chairwoman, you want to promote me to vice president of the charity fund? Suk Kwan sincerely replies, that's right, I've been following your work. You are very good at communication and always know how to handle situations skillfully, making everyone feel comfortable working with you. Furthermore, you not only know how to manage relationships, but can also confidently make tough decisions when needed. Such qualities are what the charity fund needs at the leadership level. Next, I would like to assign you an important task. Upon hearing this, Kim Jenny feels an overwhelming passion rise within her. She takes a deep breath, her eyes shining with determination. Chairwoman, just assign the tasks and I will definitely complete them well and will not disappoint you. Hearing this, Suk Kwan vaguely instructed, Divan of Song Jong-ki, the CEO of Jeonbuk Pharmaceutical Manufacturing Group, I want you to represent the charity fund to meet with Boss Som to negotiate the supply of the new drug H696. Our purchase price must be lower than the market price. And if possible, you should also try to convince them to sponsor our charity fund. Kim Jenny confidently replied to the chairperson, no problem. Coincidentally, I know Boss Sung quite well. Suk Kwan was surprised and asked back, what? You know him? Kim Jenny recounted, her eyes sparkling as she remembered that memory. Yes, Song Jong-ki is a close friend of Chen Yuan. Once, when Song Jong-ki got into trouble and was looked down upon by his ex-girlfriend, I even pretended to be Song Jong-ki's girlfriend to help him get through it. Who would have thought that the boy who was once looked down upon has now become an important figure in Jeonbuk Pharmaceutical Manufacturing Group? Suk Kwan was a bit shocked and asked, wait, does that mean Jeonbuk Pharmaceutical Manufacturing Group has a close relationship with Chen Yuan? Kim Jenny nodded in confirmation. Yes, in fact, Jeonbuk Pharmaceutical Manufacturing Group belongs to Chen Yuan. As soon as she finished speaking, Suk Kwan's face changed continuously, going from shock to dissatisfaction, which made Kim Jenny go from confusion to deep thoughts. Then, Suk Kwan realized this was a grand scheme and immediately fell into deep thought. Recently, I called Shen Yuan several times, but he didn't pick up. Clearly, he is still sulking. A petty man like him frustrates me as well. I've decided not to care about him anymore. But now I know that the real boss behind Jeonbuk Pharmaceutical Manufacturing Group is none other than Chen Yuan. If Jeonbuk Pharmaceutical Manufacturing Group belongs to Chen Yuan, Then investing in treatments and establishing a charity fund is a perfect way to promote and quickly sell new drugs while gaining support from patients, right? It turns out Chen Yuan has been planning this for a long time. On one hand, he does charity. On the other hand, he makes money from pharmaceuticals. It's really a trick to deceive others, setting up a grand chessboard that everyone fails to recognize. In short, the charity fund is just a tool in the end, with all benefits ultimately returning to Chen Yuan's pockets. What's noteworthy is that while charity can be stopped, medication cannot. Chen Yuan. And I thought you genuinely cared about charity and were wholeheartedly devoted to patients. I even admired you to the point of disregarding criticisms and being willing to bear a bad reputation. But what about now? It was all just a clever trick that Chen Yuan had meticulously arranged beforehand, step by step pushing everyone into his money-collecting plan. It's truly infuriating. Thinking of this, Seok-hwan was filled with anger. Fine, do you dare to manipulate me? If you have taken advantage of me like this, don't blame me for not saving money for you anymore. I used to always worry about your financial situation, so I carefully saved every penny and advised you not to provoke Jiang Shen Yu. Yet you get sulky with me. How naive of you. If you are so good at calculating, then letting you incur a little more cost is nothing. After that, Seok-hwan turned to Kim Jenny and coldly ordered Jenny, please notify the finance department to increase this month's salary for all employees by $300. For outstanding employees, increase it directly by $500. As for the hospital, the salaries for doctors and medical staff, especially specialists, must be increased by 20%. Other medical staff should also receive a 10% raise. We need to accelerate the construction of the hospital and expand financial aid review. Kim Jenny nodded in agreement. Understood. Chairman At this moment, Seok-hwan could no longer contain the anger inside her. Her eyes blazed like two fierce flames, her mouth wide open as she shouted in fury. Ha! The people's money must be used for the people. Chen Yuan, this capitalist, I will use your money to benefit everyone. Let's see if you feel heartbroken. Seeing Seok-hwan fuming with anger, Kim Jenny couldn't help but think, could it be that Chairman feels overshadowed by Chen Yuan's intelligence, which is why she is angry and starting to want to extract blood? But that's fine, this world is bustling with everyone coming for profit, and raising salaries is the best form of encouragement. However, spending money so liberally like this, Chen Yuan will surely feel extremely disappointed, to the point of not wanting to answer Chairman calls anymore. In the evening, the lights shone brightly everywhere. Although it could not compare to the cities of Manduo or Yanjing, Javanbukong at night was also incredibly dazzling, with thousands of LED lights illuminating the area. There was a corner of the street that never slept, where everyone who entered carried unforgettable stories and experiences. Recently, as night fell, a feeling of heartbreak swelled within Song Jong-ki. He often went to the bar and took the initiative to call Chen Yuan. Chen Yuan had no choice but to go and confide in this close friend. Jong-ki, I'm here. As soon as Chen Yuan entered the bar, the surroundings triggered memories of the time spent with Jung Ho-seop, making it difficult for him to stop thinking. Seeing Jong-kai end things decisively and comfortably, with Duke Xiao Yu, though retaining a bit of his remaining dignity, still appeared sad. Did that decisiveness truly bring Jong-ki the peace he sought? The more he thought, the heavier these thoughts weighed on Chen Yuan, leaving him feeling sympathetic toward his friend. Upon entering, the first feeling was the loud music that made Chen Yuan's ears nearly numb. Flashing lights illuminated the scene, creating an incredibly thrilling atmosphere. On the dance floor, beautiful girls swayed to each beat. Their outfits were extremely sexy, from the alluring crop tops that showcased their bare shoulders to the high boots that added to their dynamic and bold appearance. Every movement of theirs seemed as if the whole world had become their own dance. At that moment, the DJ of the bar suddenly shouted, "All expenses tonight are on young Master Song. Come on, everyone, let's get lively." Immediately, the bar erupted with cheers. Long live young Master Song. Young Master Song is amazing. Hearing that name, Chen Yuan couldn't help but flinch. Oh shit, young Master Song. Is Jong-ki that generous? Pay for the whole bar tonight? Maybe he finally decided to let loose and become a real scoundrel. He asked the waiter about Song Jong-ki's location, but when he looked up at the best spot in the bar, Chen Yuan realized that the person sitting there was not Song Jong-ki, but someone else. Not Jong-ki. Could there be another person with the last name Song? Why are there so many people with the last name Song? So where is Jong-ki? Let me see if I can find him. Chen Yuan mused to himself and wandered around the bar. Finally, in a secluded corner where few paid attention, he found Song Jong-ki. He was sitting at a small table with only a few cheap beers in front of him. Chen Yuan walked over, slammed his hand on the table loudly. "Waiter, I want to order a set of God Dragon." The service was slightly surprising, but still polite in asking. "Dear customer, The God Dragon 88,888 set is designed specifically for Louis Black Pearl Cognac. When this set is ordered, the whole venue will light up and everyone will cheer. Are you sure, sir? The God Dragon set costs $888,888. Song Joong-ki was taken aback, turning around and stammering. Chen Yuan, isn't this a bit too extravagant? But didn't that young Master Song just say he would cover the whole venue? Why do we still have to pay? Chen Yuan, I can't afford this. I had planned to save that money to buy a house. If you order a drink like this, I will definitely exhaust my budget for my home. Chen Yuan replied enthusiastically. Not a problem, a house is just a material possession. Land and the four seas are all home. If you don't mind, feel free to stay at my villa, which is over 10,000 square meters. It also has a private airport, a personal golf course, a fish pond, a wine cellar, a hot spring, a library, and a flower garden. I'm also planning to hire 100 beautiful girls to serve in the villa, along with 20 gardeners and 30 nannies. What I need now is that showy display of wealth. Hearing Shen Yuan's excited description, Song Joong-ki felt that his poverty had restricted his imagination. Even his sadness over romantic issues had faded away. The waiter smiled and explained, this esteemed guest has a little misunderstanding. Young Master Song is only covering the common expenses like a few bottles of wine worth a few hundred, while this God Dragon set certainly isn't included. Would you like to pay with Alipay or WeChat? Chen Yuan replied with a teasing tone. All right, then let's each get a God Dragon set. This guy and I will cover the bill. Seeing these two being so generous, the waiter immediately became enthusiastic and flattering. Yes, sir. Would you like to move to the VIP area? It's more spacious there. Chen Yuan stepped forward, but Song Joong-ki began to worry. Chen Yuan, each of us getting a God Dragon set. How can I afford that? Chen Yuan answered in a tone of someone experienced. Joong-ki, you're the CEO now, earning $1 million a month. Why be so stingy? We used to go to bars and could barely afford to pay, but now we're different. You changed too. With your current situation, there will be even better women coming your way. And remember, no one is irreplaceable. You can't forget your ex-girlfriend just because you haven't met someone better. At that moment, the DJ shouted again, hello everyone, young Master Song is treating each of you to a bottle of Louis Black Pearl Cognac. Let's get lively. Immediately, the bar erupted once again with cheers. Amidst the enthusiastic applause, a group of beautiful girls quickly surrounded Song Young's couch. In the blink of an eye, the seat was packed with tall, slender, and stunningly attractive women. Cheers, young Master Song is amazing. Young Master Song is truly wonderful. Young Master Song, I raise a glass to you. At this point, Song Nilam was stunned by the situation. He then glared at the waiter and shouted, Dan, did I ever say to everyone Louis Black Pearl Cognac? Do you think I'm an idiot? The waiter, confused, replied, ha, young Master Song, wasn't it you who offered Louis Black Pearl Cognac? Could it be a mistake? Song Nilam continued to angrily shout, of course not. Go find the DJ and clear this up. But just then, two stunning women caught his eye. Oh, what a sight. The guests were none other than the rich Harrises from the Yi and Tin families. The two beauties appeared with outstanding and captivating looks. What's special is that their demeanor and outfits were completely different, making many curious and envious. Qin Wushuang asked in a somewhat shy tone, Yihan, have you ever been to a bar before? This is my first time here and I feel a bit nervous. Yihan shook her head, her tone clear and confident. Never. Just say it louder for clarity. Qin Wushuang asked in surprise. Oh, you've never been to a bar? Then how come you look so calm? Yihan replied confidently. I'm just pretending. I checked out some bar guides yesterday. As long as you act a bit cool, no one will notice that you're a newbie. While the two of them were chatting, the DJ's energetic voice rang out. Hey, hey, raise your hands high, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. Shake it up. Where's the ear-piercing scream? Hey, let's party. Where are your hands? Welcome everyone to Firefox tonight. Let the music guide you. Step onto the stage under the sparkling lights and immerse yourself in the dance. Tonight, unleash everything. Let the emotions rise and enjoy the world of music that belongs to you. Hey, let's fly. The atmosphere in the bar grew increasingly lively. Under the DJ's guidance, the whole place seemed to be swept away in a whirlwind of music and lights. Girls of all styles, from sexy black fishnets to cute Lolita outfits, from seductive older sisters to pure young girls, were all dancing to the hot beats. Qin Wushuan remained still, while everyone around her joyfully enjoyed the lively atmosphere. After all, this was her first time stepping into such a bustling place, and she was accompanied by a younger sibling who was no better off. Her shyness left Qin Wushuang standing there, her mind in a fog, unsure of how to dance or even where to begin. As she was feeling frustrated about what to do, a familiar figure caught her eye, making Qin Wushuang's heart skip a beat. During this time, the two young ladies from the Yi and Qin families had been lingering at Jianbako, quietly awaiting Shen Yuan to encounter difficulties in order to proceed with collaboration. However, after more than a month, their plans were still not going as expected. The longer they stayed, the more they realized that this man's intellect and vision had far exceeded anything they had imagined. Not only had Shen Yuan built a powerful business empire, but he had also established a charitable hospital, rendering any ideas of collaboration futile. Therefore, the two girls decided to enjoy a fun night out before returning to Manhua the following day. Yet unexpectedly, fate brought them together right here. Qin Wushuan pointed and tried to shout over the loud music in the bar. Yihan, look over there. Does that person wearing a mask look like Shen Yuan? Yihan nodded in confirmation. It does look a bit like him. Come on, let's go check it out. So Yihan and Qin Wushuang, hand in hand, strode toward Shen Yuan with determined looks. Over here, Shen Yuan was still like an experienced person, advising his close friend. Money is meant to be spent, you know. When you spend enough, women will naturally be drawn to you. So instead of sitting here sulking, get up and take charge of the game. Women won't always chase after someone who is constantly consumed by sadness. You know, life is not just about love. If you put yourself in the position of being in control, you won't get swept away by fleeting emotions anymore. Don't let a romantic failure knock you down. You are John K, not someone who can be easily defeated like that. Remember, women are attracted to confidence and power. When you prove that you can live well, even better without depending on anyone, that's when you truly hold power in your hands. And for now, leave the past behind and move forward. As soon as she arrived in front of him, Qin Wushuang couldn't help herself and quickly pulled down Shen Yuan's mask. Both surprised and angry, she said, "Oh my, Shen Yuan, it's really you. Yihan and I have never stepped into places like this, and suddenly we felt curious to try. I didn't expect to run into you right after entering the bar. It's true, you're a bad guy. Just looking at you, it's clear you're a regular at nightclubs, a true playboy." Seeing the two girls in a place like this, Shen Yuan was also very surprised. It's the crazy girl from the Qin family, huh? Truly impossible to avoid, and here she is running around in such unexpected places. Yihan is here too. What are they doing at Jianbako? Could it be something serious? Qin Wushuan continued to question him, her tone full of suspicion and curiosity. Shen Yuan, do you often come to bars and deceive girls? Shen Yuan waved his hand, his tone completely unconcerned. What does it have to do with you? Don't bother being alone at the bar drinking. And who are you to be that I need to report to you? Acting all high and mighty too. Qin Wushuan immediately became furious upon hearing that. Bad guy Shen Yuan, how dare you talk to me like that? Let's see how I deal with you. Thinking this, Qin Wushuang smirked mischievously. Then she feigned grievance, tears brimming in her eyes. You are really too much. How dare you speak to me like that? You promised to take me out to eat. What a scoundrel, so quick to turn your back. Saying this, Qin Wushuang even hugged Yihan and cried loudly, "It's clear that you already have me, yet you still go out flirting with others. Have I not spent enough money on you?" Hoo. Thinking she was joking, but she hugged Yihan and cried out loud, which annoyed Shen Yuan. God, what kind of situation is this? I knew that meeting her would bring no peace. Now I have to deal with this loud crying scene. Watching the beautiful woman whose appearance captivated everyone, being deceived by this lowlife to the point of being pitiful. Immediately, many people around began to grumble. Going to a bar to dance, caught by his girlfriend, and still dares to act like that. Moreover, his girlfriend is so beautiful, yet he still has the mind to have fun outside. That's right, he looks dapper, but is truly terrifying. He's just a scoundrel, relying on women and even betraying them. Song Jiangqi couldn't help but curiously ask Shen Yuan if what she said was true. Having been bullied like that, the corner of Shen Yuan's mouth twitched slightly as she forced a smile. Qin Wushuang, are you crazy? But at that moment, Song Noon felt incredibly annoyed. Wasn't Master Song with the shiny bald head the center of attention tonight? Yet, out of nowhere, another person with the Song surname appeared, shamelessly stealing the spotlight that rightfully belonged to him. What made Song Noon even more uncomfortable was that the two stunning beauties with perfect figures and outstanding charisma ignored him and chose to head towards that guy. Unable to accept being overshadowed in front of the crowd, Song Noon stepped forward and angrily questioned, "You're Song Jiangqi, right? You're using my name to have everyone call for a bottle of Louis XII Black Pearl Cognac, aren't you?"